Hello everybody, my name is Edward Anthony Lajinga, and today I will be presenting my initial research proposal titled Determinants of Industry 4.0 Adoption Among SMEs in Sabah. This proposal explores how technological readiness, financial capability, government support, human resource competency, and top management influence digital adoption among small and medium enterprise in Sabah. So let's begin. Industry 4.0 technologies such as the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, cloud systems, and automation are transforming how businesses operate globally. However, in Sabah, SMEs continues to lag behind in digital readiness. During the COVID-19 pandemic, 97% of Sabah SMEs reported significant losses, and only 2 out of over 1,000 SMEs participated in the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment. This highlights a serious lack of digital capability, making Industry 4.0 adoption a critical issue for the state. To understand what drives or limits Industry 4.0 adoption, this study is anchored on three major theories. First, the resource-based theory explains how a firm's internal resources, such as talent and technology, determine its readiness to adopt digital tools. Second, the dynamic capability theory focuses on an organization's capability to sense, seize, and transform opportunities. Lastly, the U-Tout model highlights behavior elements that drives technology acceptance, including performance, expectations, and facilitating condition. Together, these theories create a strong foundation for the research. This slide shows how the theory mentioned previously supports the study. RBV emphasizes resources, DCT highlights dynamic abilities, and UTOUT explains behavioral intention. Then, using a top-down storyline, I start globally, where Industry 4.0 is reshaping economies. At the national level, Malaysia pushes digitalization, but Sabah lags due to infrastructure, capability, and financial constraints. There is also a theoretical gap where HR and leadership interactions are underexplored. This leads to the selection of determinants and the development of an integrated, mediated, moderated framework. Recent literature from 2017 until 2025 consistently highlights several challenges faced by SMEs, especially in developing regions. These include low technological readiness, limited financial capacity to invest in digital tools, and inconsistent awareness of government programs. In Sabah, the challenges are worsened by skills shortage and limited leadership commitment to digital transformation. These gaps clearly demonstrate the need for deeper research focused specifically on Sabah SMEs. Although regional digital transformation programs are available, SMEs in Sabah remain far behind other states. The problem is not only technological, it also involves financial constraints, limited human resource capability, and low awareness of available support. Most existing studies are focused in Peninsular Malaysia, with few exploring Sabah's unique challenges. This study seeks to close that gap by examining how these factors collectively influence Industry 4.0 adoption. This study investigates five key research questions. First, how technological readiness influences Industry 4.0 adoption. Second, how financial capacity affects digital transformation. Third, the extent to which government support contribute to adoption. Fourth, whether human resources mediate this relationship. And finally, whether top management support strengthens or weakens these effects. These questions guide the overall direction of the research. This study specifically focuses on SMEs operating across various sectors in Sabah, including services, retail, manufacturing, and agro-based industries. The respondents will be SME owners and decision makers. The unit of analysis is the organization itself, and the methodology follows a quantitative survey design PLS SEM and will be used to analyze the relationship, including mediation and moderation effects. The study is significant for three main reasons. From an academic perspective, it integrates three major theories into a single comprehensive model for Industry 4.0 adoption. For government and policymakers, the findings can help shape targeted digitalization programs for Sabah, and for industry players, it provides insight into readiness gaps and capability building strategies needed to move forward with digital transformation. The conceptual framework consists of three independent variables: technological readiness, financial capability, and government policy support. Adequate human resource function as a mediator, while top management support acts as a moderator. These variables collectively influence the main outcome, which is Industry 4.0 adoption. This integrated model allows us to understand not just direct effects, but also the underlying mechanism. This slide presents the hypothesis derived from the literature. First, technological readiness, financial capability, and government support directly influences Industry 4.0 adoption. Second, adequate human resources mediate all three relationships, showing that skills and competencies are essential enablers. Finally, top management support strengthens these relationships, meaning leadership commitment enhances the likelihood that SMEs will successfully adopt digital technologies. The study will adopt a cross-sectional survey approach using structured questionnaires distributed to SMEs across Sabah. A target sample size of 250 SMEs provides sufficient statistical power for mediation and moderation analysis. Data will be analyzed using PLS SEM to test reliability, validity, and the structured model. All ethical considerations are addressed, including informed consent, anonymity, and voluntary participation. This completes the summary of the research methodology. And that is all for my presentation for today. Thank you very much for watching.